I'm just shuffling. That's really all. For now, anyway. For as long as I feel like I need to. That's not part of the ASMR. Okay, Franz. Not okay. Clearly, someone doesn't want it to be quiet. Oh, shh. Who wants to burst? Burst. Who wants to burst? Ooh, who wants to burst? Who wants starburst? But I was thinking someone is feeling like, you make me want to shout. So someone wants to shout. It's almost like a burst of energy. What is that about? Someone also likes starburst. Someone may be a star burst. So you about to come in here and mess up my video, little girl? No. breath. Get your lollipop. Put it in your mouth and continue to shuffle. Mm. Mm. Mm.
You okay? No. Get out, baby. Go. Okay. You gonna show up there? Close the door. Go. Take it. Close the door. Close the door. See you later.
Pardon me. Very good, thank you. Sit down. Oh, pardon me. That came from down under. Which one do you want? This one or this one? This one? Okay. You sure you don't want this one? Or this one? You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm gonna eat these, okay? Okay. If you want me to say something, or if you want me to just continue shuffling and not speak, please let me know in the chat below. Pardon me. I'm locking this door. You're not gonna be able to come in here no more. You're welcome. She shouldn't be able to get out of that one. Can you even see those numbers? I guess you can. Yeah, you can see that. You want me to read what it says? Pardon me. No, as soon as I start talking, yeah, I don't want to hear it. All right, well, I'm gonna read it anyway. And the first card out is the number 52, trine sextile symbiosis. Let's read what that means. At least a piece of it. Oh, that's right over there. Trine sextile symbiosis. Trine and sextile planets promote collaboration by backing one another up, cheering one another on, and adding strength and value to their roles. A trine is formed by two planets, 1/3 of the way around the circle from each other, 120 degrees apart. A sextile is half that, 60 degrees apart. Trine planets operate from the same element, fire, earth, air, or water, and speak that language. Sextile planets relate from the same polarity, but in different modalities. Cardinal, fixed, or mutable. They operate like supportive, non-competitive best buddies. The action is lean into what is easy and comfortable and use that comfort to renew, grow, and expand. Look for people who have compatible and complementary ideas to you or skills to yours. With your allies, gently expand your world through compatible people, collaborative skills, and through doing what you love. Look for a person who holds a missing piece of the project and bring them in. Find those whose work you approve of and invest in them. The challenge is the path of least resistance can be both delightful and limiting. Don't get stuck in a comfortable rut. The gift is lift lift one another up and grow. The comfort and compatibility the, the comfort and compatible aspects can help us build up the resources needed to do the hard work and face the tough stuff. That's number 2 on page 121. That's this card, Trine and Sextile. So I'm going to speak on the next one in that pile specifically. Number 22. The Galactic Federation. The card speaks of collaboration, meetings, and community. The Galactic Federation intercede with Earth councils, solar councils, and with the Great White Brotherhood of Ascended Masters. They are generally based in the Sirius star system and travel throughout this galaxy, universe, and occasionally beyond. They have over 200,000 Confederation members from countless planets. The Galactic Federation are participating with the ongoing consciousness paradigm shift of cosmos that affects all galaxies of the universe. For coherent developmental reasons, they follow the non-interference law by distance or cloaked monitoring. Only when threatened with potential threats or dangers that will destroy an entire planet can they interject. The Federation has to interject on Earth's cosmic development a few times already. Has had. Okay. That's this card. Okay. The card meaning is meaning keywords are collaboration, monitoring, cooperation, communication, alliances, amalgamation amalgamation, meetings, symbiotic, teamwork, group dynamics, travel. So collaboration and symbiotic. This says symbiosis. So that pretty much just fancy word for saying work together. Work in tandem, like hand in handem. We got you are not alone. Okay. For you are not alone. And divine timing at the bottom of the deck. You are not alone. Never say you are alone, for you are not alone. Your God and your genius is with you. Epictetus. Epictetus. As you walk the spiritual path, you will feel isolated at times. However, this is simply one of the many tricks of the ego, which believes it is a separate entity. It relies on what the world tells you and what the eyes can physically see. The ego is the rational part of our mind that believes you are only a body, not a spirit inhabiting a body. And because of that, you look like a separate being with an individual life, unlinked to anyone or anything. Beyond the ego, there lies knowledge of your true identity. Your higher self holds the key to unlock the memory of your divine selfhood, and by connecting to it, it will reveal that you are eternally connected to source energy and all of creation and are never alone. This card reminds you to this card comes to remind you that regardless of where you are, there is always a spiritual team beside you throughout your journey, even if you cannot see them. Your team consists of guardian angels, spirit guides, ancestors, and deceased loved ones who wish to support you, uplift you, and guide you. If you've been feeling lonely and without support, call out to your spiritual team since they are more than happy to help and send waves of love your way. Earth is one of the most difficult schools in the universe, after all, and the Creator Spirit would not allow you to come here without a vast network of resources to use on your mission. Yes, there will be disappointment, hardship, and failures, but your team is here to help you see the light within these dark moments so that you can move forward fearlessly. Okay, interesting. We've got the card Answers here. I didn't show the You're Not Alone card. This is the card I just read. You're not alone. Don't pay attention to my nails. That's not the point. You should probably not even necessarily be looking at the screen anyway so much. You should probably just be listening to my voice and listening to the cards when I was shuffling them. Now back to this card. This rune is the Ansuz rune. Ansuz, that's also number 4. Okay. So every time I see the number 4, I'm going to point it out. It's number 4 in the book. Meaning, mouth, keyword, word. Associations, the rune is linked to words and language. The power of the rune. The Ansuz card helps us in those situations where there is an exchange and verbal communication. Let me see what Karnas means. Torch passion. Sowelo means okay. Let me see what the difference is. Sowelo means wheel and concentration. I feel like I'm gonna switch these two around. Put Karnas here and put Sowelo over here. Alright, so that was the Ansuz. Ansuz, which literally means mouth, has to do with all that is conveyed orally. The word is a powerful weapon. It can seduce, deceive, or dispel the darkness of illusions. All facets of communication are considered in this card: exchanging ideas, teaching, comprehension, lies, deceit, flattery, and secrets. What does verbal communication mean for us? Do we always express our ideas, or are we timid and prefer hiding what we truly think? Also, can we keep a secret and know when to keep when circumstances require. Oh, and know when to keep quiet when circumstances require. Hmm. These are suggestions for meditation when you see the Ansu's rune. So now we've got number 4, protection. Number 444, pardon me. So we got 22 here for the Galactic Federation, number 4 for Ansu's, 444 for this card. Protection, transformation, courage, alignment, clarity, purpose, strength, divine love. You know what? I think we're going to mix this around, put alignment over here, put 2112 over here, and put 444 over here with that card with 555. All right, so let's read 222. Alignment. How do you move forward toward your true calling? Simply follow what brings you joy. Your passion and enthusiasm will be your guiding light. If something sparks your interest, follow it. These paths will lead you closer to discovering your life's purpose. Harmony, authenticity. So 222 represents harmony, authenticity, relationships, growth, balance, choices, devotion, and trust. That is the number of alignment. Whew. So let's go to Jupiter, number 23, abundance. That's this card, y'all. Okay. Jupiter symbolizes how we expand our world through education, law, philosophy, travel, abundance, and an expansive spirit. Jupiter, the traditional ruler of Sagittarius and Pisces, is a huge gas giant, 2.5 times the volume of all the other planets put together. It takes 12 years to circle the zodiac, spending roughly 1 year in each sign. Named for the ruler of all the gods and surrounded by 79 known moons, Jupiter never does anything in small proportions. The action behind this card, number 23, is think bigger. Think this scenario requires you to be expansive and forgiving. Deal with it in a spacious, curious, fair, and philosophical way. Think globally. Bring in contributions from all around the world. Okay. Dang, why she got it so loud? I'm sorry. My apologies. Consider traveling physically or traveling with your senses by listening to music from a less familiar culture or tasting their food. Talk to people who grew up in a circumstance foreign to you and get their viewpoint. Diversify your perspective and that of your team to discover the missing pieces. You might be the missing piece, or maybe who the missing piece is. That's what I just got from that. But diversify your perspective and that of your team to discover the missing pieces needed to make up a larger whole. Engage in abundant optimism. The challenge here is Jupiter can bring too much of a good thing or leave people feeling overwhelmed. Watch out for magical thinking, and a Pollyanna avoidance of problems. The gift is give and you shall receive. Jupiter calls you to expand your worldview, so reach out and feel at one with the whole universe. That's nice. We're going to go to the Andromedans. Okay, what's this beautiful card here? I'll hold it up a little longer for you. Okay, that's number 4, Andromedans. The Andromedans come from the Andromedan constellation 2.5 million light years away, near the Great Square of Pegasus. Andromedans inhabit a massive area in space and are possibly the oldest race that visits our Milky Way galaxy. They are an abstract and dimensionally fluid species. Wow. Other ETs, in other words, extraterrestrials, revere Andromedans and say they are possibly the highest known ascended masters of these regions in the universe. So you see how the planet of Jupiter is the quote unquote planet of good luck, right? Of luck. So it said it's 2.5 times bigger than all, or it's how many times bigger? Let me not tell any stories. Yes, 2.5 times the volume of all the other planets put together, right? Sagittarius is the house of seeking knowledge, and Pisces is the house of hidden knowledge. So, for Jupiter to rule both of them, and the Andromeda, it has 2.5 times the volume of all the other planets put together. And then the Andromedans, 2.5 million light years away. You see how the Andromedans are the ascended masters, and all of the other ETs look up to Andromeda or the Andromedans themselves. It says they are very elusive and selective about who they choose to communicate with. Andromedans' methodologies are often perceived as obscure yet brilliant. They would prefer Andromedans are extremely concerned with humanity's future and with the ecological devastations happening on Earth. They would prefer all benevolent and malevolent ETs were absent for a while so humanity can master their own momentous energetic shifts of ascension without persuasion or deception. They are the 12th dimensional ascended masters and have fully awakened the quantum capacities that far exceed humanity's still dormant inbuilt DNA code of abilities. All right, so you see how it takes Jupiter 12 years to circulate, like to go in the orbit of the sun, right? Or in our whatever, in orbit to come full circle, so to speak. The Andromedans are the 12th dimensional ascended masters, and they're 2.5 million light years away, and Jupiter is 2.5 times bigger than all of the planets put together. Okay, so this card meaning is self-agency, free thinker, telepathy, swift, left logic, right creativity, hemisphere alignment, ascended consciousness, autonomy, free will, quirky, individual, unique, go-getter energy, multisensory perception, eccentric, fluid gender, paradox perception, manifestation, creative, excitement, vibrant, crown chakra activation, untapped potential. Wow. All right, so now we've got the perseverance card. Let's look into that. Let me look into that for us. Perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after the other. That's a quote by Walter Elliott. This card comes to you. Let me show you the perseverance card. This card comes to you as a form of encouragement as you strive to achieve your goals. All paths to success are fraught with challenges, setbacks, and sometimes disappointment. But don't let these deter you from moving forward on your path. You are being reminded that you carry the strength of source energy within you, and you must realize your own courage to continue. Okay? First, develop a growth mindset. Okay? This says if you are on the verge of wanting to give up, keep the following in mind. First, develop a growth mindset. A growth mindset is realizing that your skills and talents can be developed with time, effort, energy, and persistence. Second, set clear benchmarks along the way. By doing this, you will see the progress you've made, which will encourage you to continue. Third, build your mental resistance by identifying unhealthful mental patterns and shifting your perspective to see challenges and setbacks as opportunities. Fourth, by changing your Fourth, change your relationship with failure. Failure is traditionally defined as a lack of success, but it really is an opportunity to learn and grow. By studying the lessons of failure, specifically where you didn't succeed, you will learn why you failed and what you can do better next time. Your higher self is asking that you release the fear of failing, since this will deter you from persevering. Remember, failure is the universe's way of teaching you and rerouting you to your destination. When the doors of opportunity close, remember that this is not a sign of failure, but rather a sign that this door is not right for you and will not lead you to what you have been seeking. Keep striving for your dreams and don't let obstacles or fears hold you back. Interesting. Now we've got Sewello, this rune, this card. Mm, pardon me. Let's see. Sewello is number 16. Wheel. The meaning is wheel. The key word is concentration. Associations with Sewello is associated with charisma and driving energy. The runic inspiration, everything can be achieved as long as you use the right tools and your awareness. The card invites you to channel our forces and funnel them toward a single goal. Mind and heart become allies because within their union lies true power. The card furthermore symbolizes a lucky moment. Now that events are favorable, we must not rest on our laurels, but act with all our concentration. A lucky moment. So this is like the Wheel of Fortune, like the when the wheel is on your side, you better go for it. Okay? 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. And 7 is quote unquote a lucky number. Jupiter is the planet of luck. Perseverance is the mind of a lucky person, or is the mindset of that luck is attracted to. Suggestions for meditation for the Sewello card. Do we enjoy good psychological? No. Do we enjoy good psychophysical balance? Do we know how to seize opportunities on the fly? Do we feel worthy of success? Perseverance was just talking about how you look at success, like I just said. Luck is attracted to a um, a persevering mindset. Okay, do we feel worthy of success? The power of the rune. Sewello helps to shed light on our wishes and focus on our goals. Okay, so wishes are the 12th house, deep thoughts and secret knowledge. Focusing or goals is of the 12th, is of the ninth house, right? The house of not only, I wouldn't say just achievement, but skill building, learning, and things like that. Going for a particular goal, expansion, okay? It's pretty cool. So 16 adds to 7. Now we've got 2112, 2112. It's up to you. Guidance, good fortune, fortune, you see, good fortune, and guidance, divine support, direction, trust, destiny, and faith. Even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, trust that you are moving in the right direction. Seeing this number is a sign that everything will work out in your favor and your dreams are about to come true. Believe in the process and stay positive. So this pile is about staying positive, a healthy mindset, continuing to grow in ideas and attract good things to you. Okay? Now we've got the zodiac sign Cancer immerse pile. That card is also a number 4. This card right here. Cancer is symbolized by a crab who asks us to dive deep into the sea of emotion and come back home again. The crab always carries its protective shell. However, this moon-ruled cardinal water sign signifies nutrition in and out of the body and is connected to the breasts and stomach. The sun shines here June 21st to July 22nd. The action: be the emotional leader and connect with the parent archetype. If you're in need of parenting yourself, reach out to Divine Mother and Father, to the earth beneath the sky above, and feel held. Once you feel fed by spirit, it becomes easier to accept the ordinary human limitations of the people around you. If you are called to parent others in this situation, whether in love or work, do so with a balanced approach of honest feedback and support and self care. Nurture without enabling. Model what you want others to do. Nourish the connections with your chosen family and tribe. Nourish bodies, gardens, communities, and your temple's health. Cancer calls us to deepen our relationship to home, but not to get stuck in this protective shell. The challenge here is crabs are hard on the outside, but soft and squishy on the inside. Remember that the very defense you think will keep you safe may actually keep important people out. Soften your shell. You have a backbone and are not protected solely by an exoskeleton. The gift here is to be aware of the psychic pool in which you float. If you feel tossed by the waves or battered by the anxiety of those around you, dive down deeper and find the calm below. Float in the ocean of collective consciousness and feel cradled, nurtured by the Divine Mother, fed and cuddled. Okay, that's cool. Let's see where that leads us. Oh, she does want to go potty. Sorry, y'all. Y'all on live stream, so please bear with me. Here, come on. You did a good job. Come on. Come on. No more cookies. Okay? Oh my gosh, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. That's okay. I apologize, y'all. One minute. Did a good job, little girl. Oh, there you go. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for your patience. Whoever stayed on while I had to take a maternity break. It was only like probably 3 minutes, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so we have 39 and 29. Vesica piscis and flower of life. Vesica piscis speaks on divine feminine birthing fertility. Okay, these are two things coming to one to create one, and this is here 29, the flower of life. Inspiration, awe, and dreams. Okay, I might have been able to leave the flower of life over there with the Andromedans, pardon me, but I think that summed it up pretty well. So we've got, let's read 39 first. That came out first. I hope all is great with you all. The Vesica Piscis, divine feminine birthing and fertility. The two overlapping discs of Vesica Piscis contains the almond eye shape that was used in the ancient mystery schools to represent layers of interconnected meanings, including divine feminine and the holy passage. That's what they said. They quoted it. The holy passage, portal for the soul that links heaven, spirit, and earth, physical. The Vesica Piscis symbol is also a geometric and esoteric aspect of the flower seed of life, symbolically and actually. The two intersecting circles symbolize the creative birth space that emerges, the third archetypal entity, which holds the linking trinity energies that are the energetic forces and geometric building blocks on all levels of divine manifestation. Okay, wow. The card meaning is procreation, pregnancy, fertility, body, mind, soul, me, us, you, union, birthing, divine feminine, divine trinity, sacred union, thoughts, actions, and emotions. Or thoughts, actions, emotions. So it's like the Holy Trinity, pretty much, so to speak. Or the Trinity. I'll just say it as that. Now we've also got the flower of life, number 29. The flower of life is the geometric 2D template that represents the self-organizing unfolding of everything in dimensional layers of the living universe that fractures from the micro to the macro. The geometric circular pattern with evenly based overlapping circles creates a continuous six-petaled flower design that also contains the Star of David hexagon shape when intersecting points are lined up. Within the template is Metatron's cube, and as the pattern expands in a fractal fashion, also dimensionally the hypercube. The hexagram contains all five Platonic solids of physical matter: the tetrahedron, the cube, the octahedron, the dodecahedron, and the icosahedron. Icosahedron. That's what this says. Okay. The flower of life is the symbolic visual expression of the all and source interconnects, and that source interconnects, contains, and weaves all life, dimensions, and living information as above, so below. Some have equated it to the Akashic records. The flower of life is a simple representation of the holographic geometry, the mechanics of natural law, of conscious awareness, and of paradigm understanding. The card meaning is inspiration, wonder, spatial awareness, epiphany, dreams, depth, perceiving, understanding, space and time, fascination, insightful, and awe. So this is like where the impossible becomes possible. Or like this is the idea of the impossible becomes possible, and then Vesica Piscis is where the two merge together. That's how I kind of understood that. Now we've got the Strength card. Let's see what that means and why I felt the need to put it there in that pile. Hmm. We all have unsuspected reserve of strength. We all have an unsuspected reserve of strength inside that emerges when life puts us to the test. A quote said by Isabel Allende. The presence of this card signals the need for strength to overcome a pressing challenge. There are two types of strength, outer and inner. Aggressive outer strength relies on force to push through adversity. It is a powerful approach, but it relies on coercion, compulsion, and control, which is insecure and exhaustive energy. However, you are being asked to avoid harnessing the energy of aggressive outer strength, since this derives from a fear based belief that you must fight to be seen, heard, believed, understood, and accepted. By pulling this card, your higher self requests that you call upon the power of quiet inner strength that evolves from fortitude. Fortitude means having the emotional power to overcome adversity. Through fortitude, you learn how to mindfully assess situations, observe, no, how to mindfully assess situations properly, observe your thoughts and emotions, and respond thoughtfully and wisely to an experience rather than react aggressively and impulsively to difficult situations. So this kind of is giving me the Cancer vibes, the Cancer zodiac sign vibes, where the Cancer card was telling us to not only rely on the outer strength, which is the hard shell, but also rely on an inner strength, which is backbone, that will actually help to further protect the outer shell. Or if something were to not be a physical matter, um, or where physical maybe is not the answer, no? Mm, let me see. Inner strength comes from harnessing and building up your fortitudinal muscles. Okay. When faced with a stressful and challenging situation, it will be your inner strength that helps you overcome. That's what I was just saying. It's not always about the physical strength, the hard shell on the outside. Sometimes you gotta deal with the softness on the inside and build up a strength that is intangible. This the type of strength that people pray for. If you feel you currently lack the strength to manage and surmount a distressing challenge, look to the past to see how you've overcome many trials and tribulations. In order to overcome a challenging situation, you will need to realize your courage and inner resolve. Call upon your inner strength to assist you on this difficult part of your journey. If you feel as if this isn't enough, then ask your higher self for further assistance through this trial in your life. So pretty much, when a baby is being born inside the body, like is coming together, when any idea is coming together, you know how they often say, oh, you're birthing an idea. When any idea is coming together, that's energy. It doesn't matter if it's something you can physically touch or not. It's energy. So it's going to be chaotic. It's not going to be so neatly put together. It's going to take both your inner and outer strength, your ideas and your actions to come together. It's going to take you know, water and sun for that flower to grow. In most all cases, right? So I read the numbers last for every other one. I'm gonna read Karnas now. Number 6 we have here, and we have 6 here, 2112, and we have 6 here, 222. Okay, so 6 and 4 are important. 444 is 12. You can break that number down into 4 and 6 and also 3, right? Okay. And or 2. But we're not talking about just 2 at the moment. 4 and 6 are definitely very important, but we can add 3 there also. The meaning of this rune is torch. The key word is passion. Okay, you see how one has the fire and the other one doesn't? Somehow it takes both. Fire, no fire. Okay? It almost seems like he's throwing fire onto each I don't want to say post, but talon. I don't want to say talon. What are those things? Baton, kind of like a baton. Associations. The rune is tied to fire, which is at once carrier of light and heat, but also destruction. So, yes, you need both. You need both the chaos and the peace, okay? The power of the rune, Karnas increases our vitality, makes us resourceful, and is excellent in regards to emotional issues. So this rune will help in a situation where someone needs to build upon their inner strength, right? It needs to find answers that might not come from going to the gym, that might not come from changing your diet, that might not come from having a better sleeping pattern, that might not come from reading a book, going to school, doing research on the internet. This might come from fate, uh, time spent wisely, or time utilized appropriately where lessons are actually learned. Okay. Suggestions for this meditation. Let's reflect on how the strength of desire becomes part of our life and transforms it. Are we able to achieve what we want, or do our dreams become a destructive force? Are our ambitions commensurate with our potential? Things going hand in hand, okay? Not just collaboration of others, but this is collaboration of thought and action, collaboration of, I don't know, upheaval and then the cleanup after, and 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 what things look like after, before and after, and how those things work together. Okay? So The runic inspiration. Each time that something new enters our lives, youthful energies are set in motion, and our gaze is illuminated by prospects that we have not taken into consideration. But we must not allow ourselves to be blinded by illusions or overly devouring passions. Okay, so this is about a good balance of resources and attention put into those resources or things like that. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we've got here 555, number 555, change. That's the number of change. And we've got here the number 444, the number of protection. So 555, you are about to level up. Although it may not feel easy at first, this challenge is preparing you for greater things that align with your highest good. This is why this is the why you've been seeking. Keep pushing forward. There's a reward waiting for you at the end of this journey. The keywords here are growth, resilience, transformation, purpose, renewal, breakthrough, and creative energy. The card number 444, protection. Prepare for the blessings you've been waiting for. They're on their way. You were born for a higher purpose. Focus your energy on your goals and trust that the universe will align the right people. Will align the right people, opportunities, and resources to realize your dreams. Karnaz, the rune of Karnaz, was just telling us about resources and how, you know, how that comes into play with helping to balance out an emotional time or something, like I said, not tangible, something more psychophysical. Okay? So, energy being put onto your goals, and then what? So, actual physical work being put onto your goals, even speaking good things to yourself and thinking good thoughts, matching up with then the universe saying, okay, this is the work you're giving to me, so I'm going to give you this gift in return. All right. Okay. Proverbs 31, verse 10 to 12. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good, and not evil, all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant's ships, she bringeth her food from afar. Okay, I'm going to 15 instead of 12. Sorry, y'all. From 10 to 15, not 10 to 12. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. So see, she's a fair person. He trusts her, he dote on her with love, and she brings him goodness throughout her life in return of that love, in return of all that he brings to the table. She brings what she brings to the table. Y'all, I appreciate you being here with me. Until next time, peace.